Under Raven's Beak cliff, staring out to sea, I saw a wonder. A boat from beyond the ninth wave tore the misty veil asunder. I am Bran of the Firbolg, the sailor said, who fought for glory against the Tuatha de Danann. And I said, songs and stories, the folk of the Fae and the children of day, old tales and nothing more. Since time began, the name of Bran, son of Fable, was part of folklore. His fellow sailor fled the ship, and the moment his feet touched the land, there was nothing there but salty sea air and a heap of ash on the sand. Saints and angels, I cried, it's a shame he'll be buried unbaptized. And who are saints and angels, he asked. He knew not of white Christ. Have so many ages passed, he asked, you've forgotten me and my kind? First tell me your tale, I said, then I shall tell you mine. He stood in the boat, he dare not touch land, and the following tale he told. I wandered alone in the fields at the foot of my family's stronghold, and all around me came the sound of harp and flute and drum, and before me a woman bearing a branch I knew not whence she had come. The blossom on the branch she held, it shone with silver gleam. I woke with a start in my father's hall. These sights had all been a dream. Yet that same woman stood before us all, our council of kings. Her eyes were gleaming. She knew the meaning of many mysterious things. You would hold this silver branch, she said. Your heart has sworn an oath, but seek instead the blessed isles where it grew in Greenwood Grove. Beyond the ninth wave of the sea, high Manannan Maclear's hall, world of the west where the red sun sets, womb and tomb of us all. The sky is bronze, the sea is blue, the land is white and fair. The white horses on the ocean waves pull the chariots there. Like a drum are the horses' hooves, like a flute the song of birds, like a harp the voice of women, singing sweetest words. Of the woman, in the next moment there was no sight or sign. Next morning I set sail with 3 companies of 9. We sailed through the vale where fear and fancy take on face and form. Over the sea came the chariot of Manannan Maclear, ocean-born. It is upon me, he declared, to return to Erin at last, to bear a son whose name will live on though many ages pass. By another man's wife he will be born, raised as another man's son, as bold as stag and salmon, beautiful as seal and swan. For soon the land will pass into the hands of pilgrim priests, ruled by the law of the God who was man from unknown land in the east. They will preach we have lived under a serpent's curse from the dawn of creation, and by a man twice born from the womb and the tomb. They will offer salvation. But you and I, sons of Firbolg, Fae and Fomor, are of another kind. So sail on to the Isles of Blessing, leave man's curse behind. There you will find hunting and harping, your life will truly begin. Past the Isle of Joy to the Isle of Women, untouched by mankind's sin. One of our shipmates left us when we reached the Isle of Joy. Once on the shore he spoke to us no more, but giggled like a baby boy. The sky and sea grew deep azure, till at last we sighted land. There stood the queen of all women I've seen, a loop of twine in her hand. She threw one end of the twine, I caught it, she pulled us to the shore. I tell you I would cross 1,000 oceans to see her once more. My heart has burned, she said, I have yearned for your coming, my Bran. Your men will find all they desire here in this fruitful, fertile land. Every day, whatever delicacy we desired, we were fed. Every night, every man had a woman on his arm as we went to bed. Though it seemed no time at all to us, many years went past, till my shipmate, Nechtan, son of Cothran, grew homesick at last. "O Bran," my queen of women said, "if you leave us, we shall weep. For the moment you step on your home soil, you will sleep the eternal sleep." With that warning ringing in our ears, we sailed back to the land where there was laughter, the Isle of Joy, to pick up our missing man. And after endless days and endless nights, we have returned. Here ended Bran's tale, and it caused my heart to burn. "So much has passed since you came here last," I said. "Where to begin?" Mongan, the son Maclear foretold, became the warrior poet Finn. His life is my favourite song, and his death is my favourite verse. But all who love the man and not his maker live under a curse. We no longer feast for the fairy, they are merely fable. Instead we break bread and take wine at the Son of Mary's table. We would rather save our souls than give our bodies pleasure. We would rather be poor on earth and wait for heavenly treasures. He looked at the ashes that once were his shipmate, saying, "What is life worth if we spend it waiting for heaven when we have seen heaven on earth?" He told me, "Inscribe my tales in letters of Ogham," and I obeyed. Then he called to his crew, "What say you, lads? Return to our warrior maids?" They set sail due west, and I lost sight of them as it started to rain. I dream of him and his stories often, but I never saw them again.